Boom. What is up? Welcome back, everybody, to Unspecified Podcast. I hope that you had a very blessed Tuesday, and I hope that you have a very blessed Wednesday.
That's right.
Whatever it is for you. We've got one for you tonight, and we thank you for joining us. A lot to get into.
As
Lies,
always.
deception. Can you spot the lies? Can you find the truth?
Can you find the truth? Yes.
Hey, let's weld. Good to see you, brother. Unbroken. What is up? And to all the lurkers out there and everybody joining us, good to see you guys. Thanks for joining us. You guys could be anywhere in the world. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and clicking on today's video. Ashley B, what's up? What is up? And
Unbroken, what is up?
let your husband know what's up.
Heard Alex Jones is done. Yeah, well.
Yeah, I'm
we'll
hearing
see.
a lot about that.
Yeah.
I've been hearing a lot about Alex Jones and supposedly the feds are shutting him down for talking about the frogs. No.
Really?
Well, apparently, yeah.
Not the frogs, but
No.
I mean, like,
No.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, gonna start probably seeing a lot of stuff with influential characters. Either he's doing a publicity thing or things are gonna get kind of crazy around the elections.
Definitely could see that.
Probably gonna have to start talking in some code.
Not letting you like the video. Unbroken, that does not surprise me. We have been like
We are under
literally-
punishment.
Literally, I went to go look at the last video and it was at like 396, and then as soon as I clicked on it, it jumped down to 330.
It's
It
crazy
was so
what they're doing,
crazy.
fudging stuff. The numbers, they're all a lie. It's all a lie. But
Yeah, it's
guys,
all good.
it would be a blessing if you could show us some love, especially after the video down in the comments section. Help us out with Uncle Algorithm because, we're not necessarily monetized, and, with the things that we talk about, we need your support now more than ever.
Yep.
In that zone. We are trying to get back with it and be more frequent. And to hang out with you guys as we watch everything crumble. Somebody's got to hang out and, talk about it. Kay Morava, what is up? Is it November yet?
That's right.
That's right.
What's
That's right.
up, Hank Holiday? Good to see you.
Good to see you, man. Bro fist to everybody. All right. Well, I guess without too much further ado, we're going to hop into it. Hunter X Angler, what's up, dude? Dark money will flow. Yeah. Yeah. Big time. Big time. And I think the closer we get to November, the crazier it's going to get.
Of course.
I think that's an easy call.
Of course.
Any hot takes before we jump in?
Oh my gosh. Like bingo card hot takes? Yeah, I think the New Madrid fall line is gonna go, man. I think it's
No.
gone.
Okay. Northern Risen, what is up? Bro fist to everybody. Let's hop into it.
Also aliens. Alright, let's get into it.
All right, so we're gonna start in this whole FAUCCI situation, right? Okay, we're just gonna talk about it for a little bit, brief second, and then we're gonna get into some other stuff. Okay, that falls in the same vein.
How much time do you have to spend on a subject? You wanna go into an article on how Elvis is dead too? Like, some people are shocked at this stuff, and it's like, really, guys?
So apparently it came out that Fauci was lying about the 6 feet social distancing. The thing is that if you're paying attention, they were telling you the truth from the beginning. Here's a video I posted in 2020 that got flagged as misinformation.
People should not be walking around with masks. You're sure of it, because people are listening really closely to this. Right now, people should not be walking. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask. Wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection that people think.
This is why it is so important to grab hold of your Bibles and understand the times we are living in, or else you will be tossed by the waves of deception, and this is only going to get worse. So apparently,
Truth.
That's right.
Mic
That's
drop.
right.
Boom. What's up, everybody? A minute detail, brother. Glad to have you. Good to see you. All right, guys. Let's keep her moving here. All right. Revealed. Dr. Anthony Fauci confesses he made up the Wuhan Wiggle rules, including the 6 feet social distancing and masking kids, obviously. Right? And you see, this is all very obvious to us. But since it's going to go ahead and come out in the open like this, for what reason, I don't know. Okay. All right. Why is this coming up? I don't know.
Well, he's about to give testimony too, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Is Fauci about to not Fauci himself? Let's see. Your business went under while Fauci went to baseball games. Your mother died alone in a nursing home while Fauci did photo shoots. Your child hanged themselves from despair while Fauci hobnobbed with celebrities. Probably not reading that very well. Okay, but everyone is saying Fauci should be in jail. Okay? People got divorced. People severed lifelong friendships. People lost decades-long careers.
Yeah.
People were trapped with abusers. People overdosed and killed themselves. People lost out on proms and graduations. People lost loved ones that could have been saved. People are injured by a jab they didn't want. Dude, this post is slaying. Okay? All because we decided to trust the science that, of course, being Anthony Fauci, according to Anthony Fauci. Far too many lives have been lost. Far too many futures have been destroyed. If there is wrongdoing on Fauci's behalf, then he 100% needs to be held accountable. Far too much damage has been done.
What's your guys' take?
Yeah, well, obviously. Well, what do you think? Well, I mean, I think we all agree, clearly. And I think we've agreed on that for a long time. All of us. That's what I mean.
Yep, I agree.
I
agree. All right, moving on.
Okay. Obviously, it's all the same stuff all over again. Okay, Fauci confesses he made up the rules, including 6 feet social distancing. Anyone surprised? I mean, that's where I'm at.
Right.
Is anyone surprised by that? Turns out your conspiracy theorist friend was right. Right. Conspiracy theorists are at what? 100 out of 100 right now? I mean, prove me wrong. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Republicans released the complete transcript of their January interview with Fauci just days before his eagerly awaited public testimony scheduled for Monday. During this upcoming session, they intend to rigorously question him about the Wuhan wiggle restrictions he implemented, which he acknowledged were largely ineffective in slowing the spread of the virus.
Hey, you know what?
Are you ready for round two?
No, I was going to say it's a good thing. It's a good thing because with all this coming out right now, people are hopefully less likely to fall for this particular instance again, right?
Yeah, just another certain family's pawn doing exactly what that certain family wants him to do.
That's right.
Starts with an R, ends with a D.
All right.
Going too deep.
But
too ham.
while we're in the business of washing out the Wuhan wiggle laundry, all right.
Right. Boom. Top Japanese government officials issues apology for mass jab deaths.
And I even had to double look because I wanted to make sure that it wasn't a former government official. It does not say former. It says top Japanese government official. Even down in the article, it says that the top Japanese government official.
Wonder why they feel the need to apologize. I know that, Japan's culture is like
honor.
Very,
Yeah.
maybe not all aspects are honorable, but it's very much like dishonor is a big deal.
We'll scroll down. I'll read his quote real quick. High-profile Japanese government official has issued a public apology to his people over the mass deaths and jab injuries caused by the shots. Apology was made by... I'm not even going to try, guys.
Haraguchi.
Ooh, good job. I always knew you had a little... There's something Asian there. I could see it in the eyes and the cheekbones. Anyway, he goes on to say, I apologize to all of you. So many have died and they shouldn't have. And then let's see here. He addressed his own struggles during the speech and told the protesters he developed a rapidly progressing form of cancer because of the jabs he received were lethal batches. Elsewhere in the speech, he also apologized for the suppression of alternative treatments, such as ivermectin. He revealed that ivermectin was blocked from use because it was cheap and would interfere with the sales of the jabs. So, that's just what Japan's saying. I'm sure it's totally different here. Sure.
Unspecified V, good to see ya. Good to see ya.
Good to see you. What's
right.
up? All right.
Just in, AT&T and Verizon are reporting outages in spots all across the U.S. At least 24 states are reporting issues, which also includes 911 systems. Why does this keep happening? And I'm just here to tell you, folks, it does keep happening.
It does keep happening, but also, if you pay
this isn't the first
attention-
one recently. Like, this is happening multiple times.
But
I would like to hear. I've got a couple of friends here in chat who I would love their take on this, or just theories, just pontificate, just that's what we're all doing here. We're sitting here,
I have a theory.
Okay.
There are so many articles, and we don't pull them all up, but the sun is just exploding. The sun has been to Taco Bell, all right, and back, okay, and right, and that's like if you buy that, because also there's the fact that we could see the aurora borealis, right? But it wasn't the aurora borealis, and they said it was because of the sun, but turns out it was actually what was that, harp?
Yes.
So maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but that's the explanation that we're given, and if it's true, it is plausible. So, I don't know. I have mixed feelings on this one.
Okay, so my theory is they're going to turn off the phones during voting. I'm just kidding. Okay, well, it's one theory I saw in the comments, and I was like, oh, right?
But that's too...
I mean, that's not the only, it could just be simple conditioning. So when they knock down communications on important days, it won't seem weird since we're already used to it going out. I'm sorry, It's another comment. Okay.
Possibly.
So I mean,
possibly.
I'm just reading comments, and I think you're right. A minute detail said because technology is vulnerable. I mean, you can see those websites that show you the cyber attacks going back and forth and back and forth. And I mean, how long until, I don't know, let's say some revolutionary new tactic is implemented?
What if it's not revolutionary? What if it's actually old? What if it's so old that it's like putting poop in balloons and sending it to your neighbor country? Because remember North Korea just did
that's
that.
right, the poop-filled balloons.
Which is me just trying to be funny. It's not really funny though. It's gross.
I mean, but how many movies with like predictive programming?
Yeah, absolutely.
That show, the phones are out.
Yeah.
Recently.
And if it happens like this, you're more inclined for at least a few hours to be calm because, this, like you said, this has happened before. I'm sure it's nothing. You won't know that it's, on a wide scale basis.
It reminds me of that movie that just came out, Leave the World Behind.
Yeah. Well, shoot, that plus all the bridges and stuff.
Communications going down is one of a 3-part plan to basically make your enemy attack each other.
Yeah.
Attack themselves. Anyway, okay. Maybe we went a little too deep, a little too early. Okay.
LOL.
All right. All right. Okay. All right. Want to talk about that later? We'll talk about that later. We'll move on. You ready for this one? It's a zinger. Okay, this is yours.
Oh yeah.
So,
here we go. News, history.
Mexico has elected its first woman president.
That's right. History in the making, y'all.
History in the making.
Mexico's first female president. Scroll down. Let's hear what they say about it. Nope, not too much down. Mexico's projected presidential winner, Claudia Sheinbaum, will become the first woman president in the country's 200-year history. the climate scientist, okay, that's a little bit of a red flag for me.
Oh, absolutely, all day.
Scientist
100%, I'm with you.
and former Mexico City mayor said Sunday night that her two competitors had called her and conceded her victory. I will become the first woman president of Mexico, she said with a smile, speaking at a downtown hotel shortly after electoral authorities announced a statistical sample showed she held an irreversible lead. I don't make it alone. We've all made it, with our heroines who gave us our homeland, with our mothers, our daughters, and our granddaughters. No men. We have demonstrated that Mexico is a democratic country with peaceful elections.
Peaceful. I love their use of the word peaceful. 37 candidates assassinated. Mexico elects first female president.
Mostly peaceful elections.
Mostly peaceful elections. 37 dead candidates. Yeah. Okay. Hillary Clintonia.
You know, that does make a little bit more sense as to why the other two called and conceded to her. They're like, yes, you've won, please, I'm sorry.
I know, let's weld. Crap, I'm based. Oh, I thought you said based. He said banned.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know what that. Yeah. Anyway, and with everything interconnected to the internet, it's all accessible remotely and can cause infrastructure to fail and productivity to grind to a halt. Right. Like the. I know we're not supposed to backtrack. I'm sorry. Backtrack.
Anyway. Congratulations, Mexico.
How closely related is she to the Clintons?
I know, I was a little worried about that, but you know what? We're just going to see how it goes. But boy, howdy. If you thought folks were trying to get in before. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
Just wait a month into it. How old is she? A month into it, okay? In 1 week, everybody's just, that's
I don't
so
know how
rude.
old she is.
So rude.
I don't think it says her age. Read that far into it, but people are stoked. Okay. All right.
Could be awesome.
All right. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. X, formerly known as Twitter, changes policies to allow PRON. Okay. X, formerly known as Twitter, changes policies. X, which is owned by Elon Musk, will now permit NSFW, or not safe for work, content on the social network that used to be known as Twitter. However, there will be some restrictions. You may share consensually produced and distributed adult nudity or sexual behavior provided it's properly labeled and not prominently displayed. A new policy notice read, "We believe that users should be able to create, distribute, and consume material related to sexual themes as long as it is consensually produced and distributed." Okay, or distributed. Sorry. Sexual expression, whether visual or written, can be a legitimate form of artistic expression. We believe in the autonomy of adults to engage with and create content that reflects their own beliefs, desires, and experiences, including those related to sexuality, it added. What do y'all think about that? I mean, are you guys on Twitter? You know, I mean, if you are, you should be following me at Still Unspecified Podcast.
So do you think that he's just trying to get in on that OnlyFans action, or
yeah, probably because a lot of YouTubers are shifting to X because they respect the
First Amendment?
Well, at this point, a lot of people that, you know, I like Truth Stream Media, they're putting the videos that they're, I'm sorry, I'm not articulate enough to explain this right now. They respect the fair use policy, right. the true letter of the law, where if you know, fair use.
Yeah.
Look into it. You know, so it's not as copyrighted. You can actually use the song that you're thinking of to express the moment.
Right.
It's not, you know, the algorithm's a little different. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
So it's not like YouTube necessarily, but people are putting their full-length videos on X, like Tucker Carlson, you know, That's like long-term content or long-form content.
Oh, I downloaded it. I'm
Oh,
so
yeah.
excited. I forgot I did that.
I got to download it on my dad's phone. And I'm just going to follow like DC Drano, Clown World, and I'm going to get him hooked up into the right places,
That's right.
and try and wean him off the old
Fox.
mainstream media,
That's right.
dinosaur media. All right. Well, anyway, referring to this, what do y'all think about that? I mean, I don't know. Let's see. In regards to its content policy, X has noted that we balance this freedom by restricting the exposure to adult content for children or adult users who choose not to see it. We also prohibit content promoting exploitation, non-consent, objectification, sexualization, or harm to minors, and obscene behaviors. We also do not allow sharing adult content in highly visible places such as profile photos or banners. Many marketing experts have noted that X has planned to set themselves apart from brand-safe competitors such as Meta, YouTube, and TikTok. X urges users who usually post adult content on the platform to change their media settings that will put all of the images and videos behind a content warning that needs to be acknowledged prior to their media being viewed. Users also able to add a one-time content warning that needs to be acknowledged prior to their media being viewed. Users are also able to add. Did I already read that?
Yeah, but it's
a one-time content warning on individual posts, and those users who are under the age of 18 will not be able to click view posts that are flagged for adult content. And Twitter been a PRON site. Really? Okay. So one comment says it's been like that already, but apparently it's policy now.
Well, there you go.
So, all right then. All right.
That's right. Change the name to X to be X rated. Excellent comment.
Good point. Yeah. All right.
Oh yeah, this fun little tidbit.
They say Aldi fresh, but their salads contain bioengineered food ingredients. Their bagels contain bioengineered food ingredients. Not so fresh. No artificial flavors, but it contains bioengineered food ingredients. Even the granola bars or fruit bars contains bioengineered food ingredients.
The rise of Frankenfood. Only in America, bioengineered food. You know?
Because I've had people suggest Aldi to me, like as if like, oh, you can go and shop there. It's safe. It's safe.
Don't act like it's not in Walmart and everywhere else. I mean,
Of
you're
course
seeing
it is.
bioengineered food everywhere now. Anything that might look yummy to you, it's probably
Absolutely.
And I think somebody should do a deep dive on what does that exactly mean. Does that mean, is this the new genetically modified, or
Right.
I don't know, but
I had looked it up, but I'll definitely need to do a refresher, and I will.
they are
We
making
shall.
it extremely difficult to eat clean, natural food. At this point, all food just about is adulterated. Even if we're growing it in our own gardens,
Yeah.
they
between the pesticide, the crop
between
that's
the
getting sprayed,
right. Just good old fashioned food.
Which actually brings me to a point, y'all. So look, I'm just gonna talk about this. It's kind of a shameless plug, but not really. It's really just because I don't even have my toes in yet. Okay, but my mother-in-law started doing this tower garden. All right, and it's like this indoor or outdoor option. You don't have to bring it up. I just but basically it's you know, you get these pods and you put them in this tower garden, and you can grow vegetables that can be cut on, and it's just like, it's so awesome. Look here. And so I signed up because I think it's really cool. These are some of the ones she grew. Isn't that beautiful? That's Landon's hand. Don't it look majestical? Wow. That's my kid right there. Wow, so magical. Anyway, so we're doing these tower gardens, and I think that it's really cool because of the very reasons that we were just talking about. It is so hard to control the food that you're eating, and so you know, I want to give it a go. You know, if we do indoors and you know, like, let's just see. And so we're gonna give it a go, and I invite y'all to, if that's something you're interested in, I would love to document it and show you kind of, you know, what we're doing and what y'all think. But anyway, I don't know. I just think it's interesting. So
Better than bioengineered food.
that's right. Sorry, that was just way out of left field, but it just made
It came
me...
up naturally.
Yeah,
it came up
it's
naturally.
Like, there's so much crap food out there. Like, wouldn't it be so... And the perk of these tower gardens is you don't have to do anything, right? Like, it waters itself. It's set up on a timer. It waters itself. You know, you don't have to... If you have the light kit, you don't have to worry about lighting even, you know, for indoor. And it's just really cool. So... All right, I'm going to stop about all that. I'm going to stop. I'm sorry.
All right. So we move from that directly into gear change. Weather manipulation, obviously.
This weather is not natural. We know there is manipulation taking place. And look at these lasers going off here. And it seems like they're guiding the storm into the Houston and Louisiana area. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out, but when you're looking at maps and you see these pulsing radar systems that are activating, and then you see these lasers hitting these storms and guiding things, you got to put two and two together. And so this is not natural, what we're seeing. Some of the storms are because of the ionosphere being heated up and having a lot more, you know, photon light, but what they're doing here, this is not natural, friends. So keep an eye on that as well. You know, I get a lot of people say, well, why are they doing that? Because the psychopaths that run this planet are trying to destroy the country. They're trying to destroy the food sources. They're trying to scare people. They're trying to keep us in a lower vibration. And
don't forget, you know, the Georgia Guidestones. You know, they were kind of erased for a reason, in my opinion.
And
I don't think that it was done by some truther extremist, right? You know, that's not really the MO of most truthers that I've met. You know, the majority are not, you know, going to go and do something like that. That was them. You know, what's the number one? I mean, do your research, do your homework, guys. Like the number one, it's essentially a list of things the elite need to do.
Yep.
Okay. And number one is to essentially lower the population to a controllable 500 million. Yeah. And now it sounds like super woo-woo, crazy, scary, but we don't mean it to be. You know what I mean? I'm just speaking truth.
Right.
You know, that's a goal of theirs is, you know, eugenics, you know, and, you know, depopulation. You know, just listen to the words of, what's his name? Bill Gates. He slipped up in one of his speeches. If we do a really good job with the jabs, you know, that they could lower the amount of carbon. You know, basically, you are the carbon they want to remove. When you hear them on the commercials talking about climate change, which, now we're probably going to get demonetized for saying that. You know, not kidding. We're probably going to have a little bubble pop up after the video. You know, climate change.
Hey, just so you know, these people don't know what they're talking about. Hey, guys, just so you know, this is for entertainment purposes only.
That's right. Okay. And I wish it were scripted, but it's all off the cuff.
Obviously. Off the cuff entertainment.
Obviously. Okay. Anyway.
Akin to Jackass. You know, think of us as your middle-aged Jackass. All right?
You want to keep going? Carry on?
Yes.
All right. Passengers removed as infectious diseases team called to diverted flight. What?
That's concerning.
Okay, wait. Can you
got
read
me.
this?
You got me. You want me to read it?
Passengers were removed from a flight after it was forced to land due to cases of suspected infectious diseases today. United Airlines flight UA998 was flying off the south coast of Ireland when it was diverted to Dublin Airport over 2 separate incidents on board. One involved a suspected medical incident, while the other was a disruptive passenger aboard the flight from Brussels to New York. Okay. Numerous police cars and at least one ambulance were pictured on the tarmac around the airplane. The flight had been expected to leave early this afternoon, but this was delayed as an infectious disease team arrived to carry out tests. Okay.
Okay, but think about that. Say you're on a plane, right? Just sitting, minding your own business, like, and on your way. They were on their way to Ireland. Is that what it said? Anyway. Point being, like, if one guy starts freaking out because he's having a medical issue and another guy or another person, you know, starts freaking out because they're having a behavioral issue, I would be concerned. I would be like, what's going on that is making people react, you know, these ways?
I was trying to see if I could find the Twitter post, but I can't.
Let's see, scroll down a little.
In a post on X, passenger
Johan.
Johan Westberg said the question now. Johan Westberg said the question now is what virus is on board, if anything. United Airlines confirmed one disruptive passenger was removed from the flight. 2 more people were also removed, including both the ill passenger and a person traveling with them. The airline told Metro.uk. Asked whether the unruly passenger had been arrested. Dublin Airport and the Irish police did not provide an answer. Let's see. The condition of the unwell passenger and whether they did have an infectious disease has not yet been confirmed. In a statement, Ireland's health service executive said the HSE cannot comment on individual cases to protect the privacy and confidentiality of the people involved. Departments of Public Health respond to notified cases of suspected infectious diseases, undertake a risk assessment of the situation, and control measures are put in place. So we don't know what it
don't
is.
Do squat. We
don't
learned that you know, like,
right.
Control measures, my butt. Control measures would mean that you quarantine every single person on that flight until you find out for sure.
They never close the gates in time,
which is, you know, like teetering on false imprisonment. I'm not all the way behind that, because if I was one of those people, I would not want to be held in any kind of makeshift tent.
I would not be down.
Right.
Like, I would straight up be having a bad time.
Right. I would really strongly urge that I leave. But, you know, I've come a long way. Remember when Ebola was a thing, or the Ebola outbreak, and they were telling, and we were out of town, and I had all the symptoms because I had the flu, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to go to the hospital.
I think that was me, more or less, being like, you know.
You were there, you're like, I'm not excited about going to the hospital right now, because I think they might keep us, but
and quarantine us for like 20 days or something like that.
But if you want to go, I'm there with you.
I did.
I know you did. And we lived, and we didn't get held captive.
Did. And then like 2 years later, a pandemic happened.
Yeah.
And we experienced like legit medical tyranny.
That one was less fun. Anyway. Thanks for going to the hospital with me, even when you thought maybe.
Well, hopefully the infectious disease will be nothing, and it's not the rage virus spreading.
That'd be great. You know, remember that one guy, you know, rest in peace, I'm sorry, but remember that one guy passed away on a plane, and it sounded real bad. You know, because he was bleeding from orifices and stuff. It was terrible. Again, I'm so sorry for him and his family. But he did not have...
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, there was a guy, and...
I vaguely remember that, but look, tornadoes are not supposed to be in mountains, okay? Tornadoes are not supposed to be in mountains.
You know, all those times my mom tried to calm me down when we were in the mountains, and she'd say tornadoes can't really do anything in the mountains, you know, because the stuff she used the words. I don't have the words, but the stuff gets interrupted.
No, it doesn't.
I want an explanation.
I got video proof right here. Okay. Tornado in the mountains of Montana. What appears to be a tornado touching down on the peaks of a mountain, on a Montana mountain, captured in a video that went viral this week. Isn't okay? This person cannot. You read.
What appears to be a tornado touching down on the peaks of a Montana mountain range and captured in a video that went viral this week isn't, says meteorologist Don Day. It's a rare land spout, but what's the difference? Land spouts are still kind of a tornado, but there are some key differences in how they form versus tornadoes.
Wait, so now we just make up new things? So
no, it's a real thing. They're just explaining it. We're all going to learn together.
Oh.
The main difference between these types of tornadoes is the thunderstorms that produce them. A typical tornado usually comes from a supercell storm, which, while land spouts are not produced by supercells. The main difference between these types of tornadoes is the thunderstorm that you already said that. I didn't reread that. You rewrote it. A typical okay.
I'm not sure if this
holy
is...
poop. A typical tornado forms from rotating a thunderstorm. Okay.
Anyone else trying to figure out what the heck kind of explanation that was? 8,000 likes. Okay.
I know. I'm like,
all right. Thank you. This is caused by weather manipulation. Prepare yourself for a summer of epic storms. It's going to be costly and blamed on climate change. If climate change means chemicals being blown out of tanks on aircraft, I agree. What? Okay. Comments are freaking me out.
So I did see some comments. A lot of people that were there, like from the town, were in the comments, and they said that actually it was kind of a little bit of an optical illusion. The tornado is actually in the valley between the mountains and or something like that. But I say prove it.
Our government is creating them.
LOL. Anyway.
Bro fighting for his life in the caption. I'm saying. Okay. Who wrote that caption? That's what everyone's saying.
A typical tornado.
Did you have a stroke while typing the caption? Or get progressively drunker? Huh? If there's a tornado in the mountains of Montana, y'all better find Jesus real quick. Amen. I know that.
Golly. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Oh. Ouch.
Okay.
Don't
All
like
right.
it.
All right,
Brings
guys.
back the old fears, you know?
Mountainado. Dude, good one. Dude, good one.
Oh my gosh, I would watch that movie. I would so watch that movie.
Mountainado. You okay?
Yeah, it's giving me the nervous spiky hurts.
Oof. Okay.
I don't like it.
If you were hiking all day, climbed up the mountain.
Yeah, and then poof, tornado. And you know what else sucks? Mountain news, okay? Everest, all right? There was there was snow, I don't remember, a cornucopia.
Cornucopia.
No, kinda, I don't know. There's mountain, snowfall.
Avalanche?
No, it wasn't an avalanche. It was just a little hanging. There was a drift of snow on the peak of the mountain, okay?
Okay.
And there were so many people up there that the drift of snow fell, and 4 people fell. 2 of them were clipped on, so they got back up. The other 2 did not get clipped on. They fell from the top of Mount Everest. They fell from the top of the world.
Wow, how far?
All the way down. I mean, they died. I don't know.
I was going to say, I suppose they didn't make it then.
No, they didn't make it.
This is terrible news.
It is terrible news. I'm sorry to hear it.
Golly.
It was a Sherpa and a guy. Well, the Sherpa was also a guy.
Right.
I just like saying Sherpa.
2 guys.
2 guys.
1 local.
1 local.
Yeah, that's terrible anyway. French study found that common ingredients in zero sugar products may increase the risk of cancer. Okay. Let's see. Remember this next time you pick up a zero sugar or sugar-free product. A peer-reviewed study in France found that consuming artificial sweeteners is associated with an increase in risk of cancer.
Yeah, that's not shocking.
The researchers studied the diet data of over 102,000 French citizens over a 10-year period, 2009 to 2021. People who consumed artificial sweeteners, often aspartame and acesulfame potassium, were more likely to get cancer, specifically breast or obesity-related cancers. Heavy aspartame intake was associated with a 22% increased risk of breast cancer. Cancer rates were 13% higher for heavy consumers of asulfame potassium. I'm just murdering that one.
Asulfame potassium.
Yeah, there you go. These ingredients are often found in these popular products: diet soda, zero sugar energy and sport drinks, light yogurt, reduced calorie drink mixes, sugar-free gum. Looking for a healthy drink? Try this instead. Filtered water.
Other water.
Flat or sparkling with a squeeze of lemon, lime, orange, or other fruit. Raw coconut water. I love it.
Also
it's great.
other water.
Organic iced tea. That's me all day long.
Stained water.
Brew it yourself and keep a pitcher in the fridge, buddy. Know anyone who needs to see this? Okay, yeah.
That's fine.
All
So
right.
listen, I see now. I see. This is how they get us to eat the bugs. You want poison or crickets? You know?
Look at this comment. Says, try to tell my parents that Diet Coke is worse for you than regular Coke, but they don't care. They just keep drinking it. I said, yeah, we're all going to die at some point, but I'm not trying to speed along the process.
See, I don't get diet anything. It just opens yourself up, okay? Because when you're my size and you get diet, people are looking at you like, maybe let's put one of the cheeseburgers back before we get a Diet Coke. And I don't even give them that door. I don't even give them that. I'm just like, nope, I will have the regular Coke, please and thank you. Keep your water in the pool, you know? Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm just kidding. It's not that bad, y'all.
All right.
It is expensive to use organics. It is very expensive.
It is. But,
Alright.
you know, a little bit, you know, I know it sounds mean and intolerant or whatever, but, you know, some discipline, you know, go without or go with the healthy option, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
It sucks. I get it.
it's more than just discipline. Like, we were just around a family friend who has cancer, but hopefully is in remission. But anyway, and she has really cut out, like, chemicals, no BS, all right? The
And
gal,
I love it.
The gal don't even use Dawn anymore, okay?
And I love
but
it.
like, it is difficult. Like, she, you know, like, it's difficult. Like, every single thing, it was like, no, can't have that, no, can't have that, no, can't, you know? So, it's hard. All right, continue.
Continuing. Colon cancer crisis in young people could be fueled by popular drinks consumed by teens.
We don't have to read all of this, but how many of y'all know somebody that just pounds energy drinks, or like that's how they wake up?
I know
you
people.
know, an energy drink in the morning and a melatonin at night. Got you feeling just right, you know? I would argue, I'm waiting to see. I don't trust melatonin. I already know that it gives you bad dreams.
They are used by millions of workers to power through afternoon slumps. Boy, they power through a lot more than that. All the slumps. In the beginning of the day, the middle, all day. Folks, look, folks, road warriors, okay, that are out there, ripping and running, okay? They are used by millions, but highly caffeinated energy drinks could be partly fueling the explosion of colorectal cancers in young people, U.S. researchers warn. They believe an ingredient in Red Bull and other top brands such as Celsius and Monster may be linked to bacteria in the gut that speeds up tumor growth. Really? How oddly specific. Researchers in Florida theorize that cancer cells use taurine, an amino acid thought to improve mental clarity, as their primary energy source. Holy crap. At the world's biggest cancer conference this week, the team announced a new human trial that will test their hypothesis, which so far is based on animal studies. They plan to discover whether drinking an energy drink every day causes levels of cancer-causing gut bacteria to rise. Okay, I'm not going to bore you with the rest of it, but okay, there's going to be an interesting study to follow up on.
I would definitely follow up on that. Yeah.
All right. 61% of U.S. adults will have some type of cardiovascular disease by 2050.
Yeah, well, you know.
That's what they say. Cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death and disability in the United States, and new projections find it may become even more common in the next 30 years. In a report released Tuesday, the American Heart Association says more than 6 in 10 U.S. adults, 61%, will have some type of cardiovascular disease or CVD by 2050. And, you know, if folks plan on doing tyrannical crap to their citizens, then it would be more beneficial if those citizens were disabled.
Oh, snap.
Just healthy enough to do a job, but not able to, you know,
Yeah, snap.
you know. I'm just looking for motives if it, you know, anyway, this is particularly driven by a projected 184 million people with hypertension or high blood pressure, which is expected to increase from 51.2% in 2020 to 61% in 2025. Clinically, cardiovascular disease is identified as a number of specific conditions, including coronary heart disease, including heart attack, arrhythmias, including arterial fibrillation, valvular disease, congenital heart disease, heart failure, stroke, and hypertension. The association defines in its report, however, high blood pressure is also known as a major risk factor contributing to both heart disease and stroke, where are other increases expected. Total CVD diagnosis, which includes numbers for stroke but not high blood pressure, will increase from 11.3% to 15%, or from 28 million to 45 million adults during the same time. So, what do they know?
Right.
What do they know? What do they know? What are they looking at? I think it's in the food. You know, can't prove it, obviously. That's the whole point. That's, you know, it.
You can prove it, but it'll be too late. Like,
Right.
It'll, you know.
Right.
So, all right.
Moving on.
Moving on.
The rainbow. Okay, you ready for this one, folks?
Ready?
All right. Represents God's promises, not pride and sin. Okay, this is a fun one. Just, you know, I've got some stuff to go along with this. I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. Never again will the waters become a flood to destroy all life. Whenever the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and all living creatures of every kind on the earth. All right. Genesis 9, 13, 15, and 16. God opposes the proud but gives grace to the humble. James 4, 6. Pride masks fear and insecurity. Humility shows strength and allows us to be used by God. Amen. Isn't that awesome? Okay. Now, if you like that, I got an even better one for you. Okay. From John Lavelle. This is an excellent video. Tell me what you think.
Hey guys, so I'm seeing rainbows everywhere, and I want to teach my boys what the rainbow stands for. Sound good, kids?
Yeah.
All right, the rainbow is an instrument of war that God wielded metaphorically. And the idea is God's very upset about sin, hates it bad, and the penalty of it is death. And so God, imagine like a warrior, aims a bow down at the earth, pulls back and shoots a deadly arrow to destroy the earth. That's the idea. That was the flood. Now, God, not wanting to drop the hammer on us and destroy us, makes a promise, I'm not going to do that again. And instead of a bow and arrow pointing down, God turns it up. Here, go ahead and hold it like that. Puts the bow in the sky like so, as if to aim an arrow up at the heart of heaven, because he will be the next target who dies for the world. It's a message of love amidst the wrath that we should be getting. That's it.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes, it is.
Isn't that awesome? Did y'all catch that? I mean, dude, I specifically sought this one out for you guys. Wasn't that awesome? I thought it would go with that other post really well. Okay. I just thought that would be nice. Okay. We're going to keep moving here. We're going to keep moving. I don't know what's next. Oh, cool. The word. Check this out, man. Serious wisdom.
The wicked are too proud to seek God. They seem to think that God is dead, yet they succeed in everything they do. They do not see your punishment awaiting them. They sneer at all their enemies. They think nothing bad will ever happen to us. We will be free of trouble forever. Their mouths are full of cursing, lies, and threats. The wicked are too proud to seek God.
I don't know. Maybe someone out there needed to hear that. Okay, I'm seeing stuff in it. Realizations.
Yep.
Okay. Just now. Okay. Which, I read this earlier, and it just now it playing made me think of somebody.
Who?
Well, I'm not gonna just. Okay, moving on. Joyful is the person who finds wisdom, the one who gains understanding, for wisdom is more profitable than silver, and her wages are better than gold. Wisdom is more precious than rubies. Nothing you desire can compare to her, or compare with her. She offers you long life in her right hand, and riches and honor in her left. Proverbs 3:13 through 18. He will guide you down delightful paths. All her ways are satisfying. Wisdom is a tree of life to those who embrace her. Happy are those who hold her tightly. Amen.
Yes, indeed.
Romans 8:6. So letting your sinful nature control your mind leads to death. Letting your sinful nature control your mind leads to death. But letting the Spirit control your mind leads to life and peace. For the sinful nature is always hostile to God. It never did obey God's laws, and it never will. That's why those who are still under the control of their sinful nature can never please God. And I want to please God.
Amen. Amen.
Anyway, that's about all we got for tonight, folks. Okay. Big prayers for some of our family.
Yes.
Please. And I'm sure you guys, I know we're not the only ones going through it. Prayers for all those out there struggling right now.
We pray for everybody here.
Especially, as we kind of move towards an election cycle, right? Things are going to potentially get a little Western, get a little sideways, So we need to be doing the things that we need to do. We don't have to go crazy over it. We don't have to obsess. But we should be vigilant. We should be watching. And we should be trusting God and giving our worries and our cares to God and relying on Him to make a path, trusting that He's going to make a path. Sometimes we struggle to see it. Sometimes we don't even know what we're doing, but He does.
That's right.
And it's good to have a reminder, He is making a path. He is making a way. He is blessing us and taking care of us, And if you don't think He is, then reach out to Him. Ask Him to.
Yes.
Yes. And be persistent, because the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Okay? That's truth.
That is absolute truth.
That's truth. Hey guys, we thank you so much for hanging out with us this evening. Much love to all you guys out there. Get your bro fists ready before we bro fist out of here. Do you have anything?
No.
No?
No.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Please. It would be a blessing to us. If you really want to help tickle the post with the algorithm, you want to help boost the post, please leave a comment down below in the comment section. Not just the chat, but down below. Comment again, and then tell us what you want to say.
That's right.
It would be a blessing. And again, thank you so much for being here with us. Don't forget, don't worry. Rely on Him and trust in Him. I think we definitely need to be in prayer and asking and seeking Him. Okay? Biggest thing I can say. All right, guys. Much love. Good night. We will catch you guys on the next one. Prayers for all those out there who need prayers. And I'm praying for you guys. Much love. Bro fist. See you guys on the next one. Bro fist.